Now I want to give a thought for the day for Monday the 24th of April. We hear a lot about strikes. There are nurses, doctors, teachers, and so on. And there are strikes. And I have no right to speak about the matter. They may have a sound case for their action. They may have a genuine cause for complaint. They may have critical needs giving substance to their action. And as I say, of such matters, I have no right to speak. I have sympathy for any who are in need. However, with 64 years from my ordination, I can speak of my calling, my incentive, my responsibilities, my training, my pastorates. I can speak of the challenges that I faced, of my problems, of my inward duties and my outward duties. I can speak of my work with leaders of the pastorates. I can speak of my work to guard the children, to build up the faith of church members, to encourage those who are facing the issues of life, to sustain those who experience bereavement, to be with those who reach the final journey of life, and to make the truth of the gospel widely known. And without any doubt, I mean without any doubt, the cost of my calling was not a feature that I thought of. Truly, I never thought of the cost of the payment. I never thought of that. No, not at the beginning. There was a time, a short time, I think, when I was anticipating marriage, when I did think of money, and I apologize for it. I don't mean that I'm critical of any who are concerned about money, not at all. But for myself, I believed that the payment would be sufficient, whatever it was. And I regret that short period of time. In every aspect of my calling as a church minister, I've nothing of which to be proud. I've lived in the providence of God as a redeemed sinner, saved by the matchless grace of God. Nor can I, nor should I, nor will I think of anything except the matchless grace of God and the privilege of being a pastor in the Holy Church. And, well, the wonder of digging into the Word of God and making it known and speaking and living for my people. Therefore, I ask of nurses and teachers and doctors and so on, whether there is something more than money to be considered, whether the value of the work is as important as the pay, whether the benefit of others is a just compensation, whether concentrating upon money somehow clouds the issue, whether the true ideal of national life is more than payment, and whether concentration upon money and upon money only is surely a sign of something wrong. At the moment, I'm studying the 20th book in the New Testament, the Epistle of James. And the whole structure of the Epistle of James is a difference between the law of instinct and the law of God. The law of instinct is the ruling principle, let me say, of a crocodile, of brute beasts. The law of instinct is a paramount importance. But for human beings who are made in the image of God, after the likeness of God, there is the law of God, not the law of instinct, but the law of God. And here's a difference between the law of instinct and the law of God. It is this, that the law of instinct desires for me, for my wants, for my ambitions, and so on. Whereas the law of God puts the other at first place. You shall love the Lord your God, and you shall love your neighbour as yourself. And God himself is the illustration of that. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever lives and believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. What a demonstration of love for others. And although I'm not in any way criticizing those who go on strike, I am suggesting that the law of God needs to be considered, as well as anything to do with me. And there is the gospel of God. There is the saving grace of God. There is the manifestation of the divinity that is embedded in the heart of men and women. Well, there you are. That's my thought for the day. God bless you.